We got everything.
Who made this game?
I did, and I'm
Brian
also
made
going to
the
be
game.
hosting.
Yeah, Brian's gonna be doing all the talking. I'm gonna sit and just do the PowerPoint and the scoreboard.
Yep.
Good
and the
teamwork.
bubble. So if you have problems, don't take it up with me.
Which you won't, because my games are known to be the easiest in the league.
I don't know if you've ever
No one's
had
ever had a problem with the
right?
Brian game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we got everybody, so
Everyone?
let's get started.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Do one thing real quick. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Alrighty, welcome into this week 10 matchup between LMQ and Simple Jacks. A little bit opposite sides of the table here. We got LMQ coming in at 7-2, I believe tied for second, if I'm not mistaken. Simple Jacks not tied for second at 2-7. Points per game, we got 11.1 for LMQ and 9.7 for Simple Jacks. So not too bad of a showing for Simple Jacks, just some bad luck in the schedule, I'd imagine.
9.7
to
better
watch.
than 2 playoff teams. Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That is true. That is true. And also, I think they're like fourth from last, so just outside the playoff picture in some other stat. Points per question asked. I
They're the
believe.
opposite of the Chiefs this year.
So they're there. They're there. They've got the skill. To watch tonight, we've got second in points per game, LMQ, just behind, I believe it's Scarlet Knights. And then the Simple Jacks second in their own niche percentage. So if they could just figure out the rest of the questions, would maybe get them over the hump here. Last week, LMQ beat Mentally Illest 9-8. Thank you to some legislation there at the end. And then we had I agree with the outcome for the record. And then we have Simple Jacks who lost 8-11 last week to the Chicken Hawks. All right. Well, let's see what we got in store tonight. Best luck to both teams, and let's get going. So, round one, we've got Also Seen In. This is a TV category.
Nope.
That's going to be a no from us. Qual, Steven Botchner texted me like unprompted, being like, hey, I'm free tonight if you want to use your basketball phone, friend. So we have that in hand.
All right, good.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
That is
We're
that
not
is true.
Bryce Harper just hit a go-ahead home run for the Phillies.
No
All
doubt.
right. Then, yeah, Simple Jacks, nothing. All right. So, question one for Lick My Qualls. What Apple TV comedy features all the actors below pictured in other roles?
What is Danny Putty in on Apple Qualls? I only know what he's in on Fox right now.
Yes, I know that he's in Going Dutch on Fox because I now have some Going Dutch merchandise. Thank you to the people at Fox 40 in Jackson.
Is that Rickety Cricket in the middle?
I don't know. I know he's in DuckTales.
Cooper, tell us the answer, please.
Yeah, what's the soccer show on Apple TV? I bet it's that one. No?
No, I don't. No, Danny Putty isn't in Ted Lasso. The only Apple shows I know are like Severance,
Yeah, it's not that one.
Ted Lasso, and like The Morning Show.
Yeah, the morning show is the other one I was wondering about, but none of these guys look like talk show men.
Oh, I didn't realize we were out of time because we can't.
Gonna
say
need
the
an
All right,
answer
morning
here.
show.
Yeah, I also
Morning show. Final answer.
Yeah.
that is incorrect.
This is
So a chance to steal here.
I think this might be like that. There's a Vince Vaughn one, I think. It's called. It's like small something. Either of you guys know?
Vince Vaughn show on Apple TV. I do
think it's
not.
something.
I have not heard of one of those.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm just gonna. It's like
Give you about 10 more seconds here.
I'm gonna go with small things. Final.
It's small objects.
Small Things is also incorrect. This is Mythic
Oh.
Quest.
Damn.
Yeah,
I haven't-
I've never.
About a
Never even
I
heard
know
of
that
it.
show,
It's
but I
about
haven't
a
thought
video game company. And as a fun little tidbit, Rob McElhenney, who is in there
Yeah.
behind Rickety Cricket, is also in the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the only person I would have known was in the show. I didn't know it was
All
Apple
right. Now to the Simple Jacks. What TBS anthology comedy features all the actors below?
Apology comedy?
I mean, I'm assuming these are all like pretty recent shows, and I don't know any TBS shows.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
a TV show that has Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm trying to think of like watching college basketball or the March Madness. I'm assuming there's probably a commercial about this because isn't TBS part of TNT? TBS,
Yeah,
I don't know, it might be
maybe.
TV, I don't even know.
Is it though?
I'm trying to think of like some kind of commercial I heard. Yeah, I have no idea.
You got about 20 seconds left just to.
Do we just pass or
Yeah, just pass. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Can't even think of a name.
we'll pass final.
I don't know.
Pass is incorrect.
I don't know the name, but I know it's about Daniel Radcliffe. I think plays an angel or something, and Steve Buscemi plays God.
I was gonna say there was some sort of like divine element. I was thinking it was like biblical era.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 30 AD or like something like that. I don't know.
I think it's kind of modernish. I don't know, Cooper.
Okay,
do you
maybe
know?
I'm wrong then.
I have no clue.
15 seconds here.
All I know is that Steve Buscemi doesn't have to play God because he is one.
All right, I'll let you cook here. You come up with something.
Boondock Saints. No, wait.
Taking Boondock Saints out of time.
That is incorrect. Miracle Workers is correct.
All right, okay.
This was Qualls was describing the right show. That was the plot for season 1, and then like it's an anthology, so like the plot changes for every season. But
I knew it was some sort of like divine biblical sort of general premise.
all right, moving on to round 2. This is an MLB category, Gold Gloves. It's about shortstops who have won Gold Gloves.
Qualls, I think we have to, right?
I think we have to, though I don't love this. Because the Gold Gloves are notoriously fickle.
True. All right, we will double.
We will not.
Like Steven had clicked double before they even confirmed it, knowing that
He said they
that
have
would
to, so I
overrule
figured they were going to.
Contractually obligated.
All right, and so we will go to LMQ's question. What shortstop won 3 consecutive Gold Gloves in the NL from 2015 to 2017?
Qualls, will this be Andrelton Simmons?
What team do you play for again?
The Braves.
Okay, yes, I believe that.
But
Yeah, I think.
when did he go to the Angels, though, is the problem.
Right.
I
think it was-
know
think
for
it
a
was-
fact he was on the Braves in 2015, and I would be stunned if he didn't win the Gold Glove in 2015 specifically.
I mean, these were all the Braves sucked during these years, right? And so Andrelton Simmons could have shined on such a team. I like that. I mean,
All right, whatever. Andrelton Simmons, final answer. Oh,
Andrelton Simmons incorrect. Opportunity to steal the double here.
I should have known that would have been a Brave.
Trying to run through the NL teams, just think of like a big name guy that I would recognize during that time
Oh,
period.
2015 was his last year with the Braves.
I have a miracle guess at the end if we have nothing.
What other NL teams are there? Wasn't
15 seconds.
Met. Who's the Mets?
Phillies,
The Mets were good during this time. Phillies, LA.
Dodgers, Giants.
In an answer.
Miguel
Gonna
Tejada.
take no answer. That is
Miguel
incorrect.
Tejada.
Nobody's sniffing it. It was Brandon
Oh,
Crawford
yeah,
on the
yeah.
Giants.
Mm.
3 years in a
All
row.
right. Well,
Also won
Andrelton
one in
Simmons,
2021.
Andrelton
Never.
Simmons won the Gold Glove in 2013, 14, 17, and 18. So you
That's
can
tough.
excuse my confusion.
All right, for Simple Jacks. What shortstop won consecutive Gold Gloves in the NL in 2013 and 2014?
That's on me.
Switching leagues and doing it again in
There's no way.
2017 and 2018.
You're welcome, guys. I get the point. I get the point.
You can have the point.
I get the point.
Did you final anything?
Andrelton Simmons, final.
That is correct.
This is what happened when Nick isn't here. Everything falls apart.
You guys there?
Hold up, Qualls. Joe Ross is like a setup man for the Phillies now.
That's shocking in particular because I don't know who Joe Ross is. But
Oh, he was a starter for the Nationals.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
What'd you
Alright,
say?
I froze there for a minute.
All right, it's phone a friend time. We got to get on the board.
I
All
know
right.
everything about the NBA. We don't need to phone a friend.
Risha, do you feel comfortable in
Mm,
no?
yeah. Let's double.
All right, we'll double.
All right, Simple Jack's doubling here.
I think I already know the answer
Got
to actually.
Mike Malone's of yesteryear. So first question to LMQ. What coach of the Nets was fired 76 games into the 1983 season? He ended up okay, though, going on to coach for 7 more NBA teams and 2 NCAA teams, Kansas and SMU. He's the only coach ever to win both championships.
Isn't his name Larry Brown? He was like very recently the coach at SMU. Like, remember when they had Semi
You're right,
or whatever,
yeah.
and they were like number 5 in the country?
Yes. For a second, I was thinking of Hubie Brown, and I was like, that wouldn't be him.
Is
But
Larry Brown his name?
yes, I'm 90.
Are you 100% positive? Because Steven would definitely know this.
I am 95% sure.
All right. I don't feel right using the Steven Fun Friend when Nick isn't even here because Nick is the one who won the bracket group. So
Yeah, true. Yeah.
All right, Larry Brown, final answer.
Damn it.
Larry Brown is correct.
And not only did we get the point, but we used great sportsmanship.
To our own team.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be saying that's a 0.4 for Qualls for the confirmation there. All right, to Simple Jacks for 2 points here. Malone tied what coach's record, who was also fired at 79 games for the Atlanta Hawks? He landed on his feet coaching for the Knicks and the Grizzlies, but more famously, he was a color commentator for 35 years, including 18 finals. He only just retired this year.
I think this is Hubie Brown. Final.
How do we do that in back-to-back
That's
categories?
ridiculous.
Hubie Brown is correct.
I mean,
And
I
that
was
is a-
gonna get that, but
Yeah, it's not about you getting it. It's just like the odds of that happening.
it's pretty crazy.
We should have known that we weren't going to get the Hubie Brown question because my granny was friends with him. So
That's true.
Oh my god.
I think I switched
playing
those
like us
around
right now.
on the off chance like Matt knew who was coaching the Hawks.
Oh, I didn't know this one, so I guess it works that they were switched.
All right, so into our first round of niches we go with Psych for LMQ. Who is the last person that Mr. Yin kills, to our knowledge? I don't know what he was doing in his off time. Doing so on the stairs of an abandoned building.
You know this, Qualls?
I haven't watched an episode of Psych. What are you talking about?
Dude, this is your niche.
Stop. Shut up. Just
I have absolutely no idea.
Cooper. If you've been watching Psych recently, now is the time to bring
I
that.
haven't, but the tap dancer is always a good option. It was Gus.
Is this like a named character? I have no idea. No idea.
Oh wait, kills. Whoops.
No idea. I'll say Mary, final answer.
Mary, incorrect.
Yeah.
Simple Jacks.
I don't even know what this is.
Anybody seen?
Chance to steal.
I don't know.
Nope. We can just come up with the name.
Mary Joe, maybe? I don't know.
What if it's just Joe?
Joe,
Mary-
honestly, yeah, I don't hate
Mary
Hey,
Joe.
Qualls, who would be
Mary
your
Jane?
second guess?
Mary Jane?
Mary Jane, yeah, something along those.
5 seconds.
Let's go Joe. Final.
This is Yin.
Also incorrect. Matt had the right first name. It's Mary Lightly.
Dude, we
I
don't have to
didn't-
give last names on non-fiction characters.
Okay, that is true. Actually, never mind.
All right.
That's why
Jesus
I was gonna give you Mary,
Yeah.
but Steven
Dude,
buzzed
to
you,
be
so I let
clear,
it play out.
I knew his last name was Lightly too. I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to accidentally say Go Lightly.
Wait, so well, no, I'm fine with it, but like, yeah, I
Like on
feel
your Friday Night's Lights question, if the answer is like Craig,
Oh, yeah, no,
we have to say Craig.
no, I'm fine with it. I feel like, never mind. I was just gonna say,
I just buzzed it because I don't really know the answers.
I was gonna
Brian
say,
wrote the game.
I thought he'd ask you the last name or something.
Oh, if he asked, if he
Oh,
felt
yeah.
the last name was essential, he could have asked, but you would have to specify that.
Oh, I'm totally fine with it. I was just
Yeah.
saying in general. Do we?
Yeah,
do we
I
need
think
to
like
get-
if
we would, we usually
some
get
other
that.
show and the last name was important,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you could specify
What-
you needed a last name.
What we're
Slight
not,
disconnect here is that I am working the buzzer and Brian wrote the questions. So I buzzed it because it wasn't exactly what it says on the sheet, but
what we're not fine
It's up
with
to
is
Brian.
giving Simple Jacks those 2 points. Don't think I can do that.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, I do think you.
I couldn't name a
put those
single
around.
other person that he killed, so I was
That's
like,
crazy.
man, I hope
That's
this is
crazy
right.
about that.
That was really tough.
All right, so that makes it 3-3, I think. So,
Yeah.
chance to go back 2 up.
did I miss
Yeah,
something
you,
here?
you did flip them around.
Okay. Oh, you're
Just
right.
leave the 5 there, and we'll hope that Simple Jacks get it right.
It's okay, it
I
only
don't
goes
think
to
I'm
six.
just doing bits all
Uh,
Oh, you went up.
Jesus.
Oh,
No fake.
go around
Damn.
again. There we go.
All right, 3-3. Scoreboard is not lying. What is the name of the manager who leaves Dunder Mifflin for Staples, ruining the plans of merging Scranton into Stamford and reversing the merger instead?
Josh, final.
Boy.
That is correct. Did you know his last name?
I did know his last name. Yeah.
You just didn't want to say it just in case.
Learn.
All right. That brings us to round 5. Simple Jacks up 2. Capital Neighbors. This is a U.S. geography category.
Nope.
Nobody can double.
Oh, wait, you're at. We can.
So into the questions we go. What U.S. capital city is closest to the capital city Cheyenne? This is for LMQ.
This is Denver.
I think it's Denver.
Is
Yeah,
Chi-
that's right.
Is Cheyenne in northern Wyoming? Or sorry,
Cheyenne-
southern Wyoming?
It's in the very southeastern corner.
Okay, well then,
Yeah, it's got to be Denver.
you
then.
sounded remarkably confident, so go ahead.
I'm correct, but because Cooper grew up for much of his childhood in Colorado Springs, I will let him final the answer.
Oh, sure. Denver, final.
Wow, look at what an
Denver is
alley-oop by
correct.
my teammates there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Qualis, does that sportsmanship extend to the individual points? Keep in mind that these would be going to Nick, not to
Yeah, they're Nick's
Oh,
point.
if they're going to Nick, then give me the point.
Yeah,
But-
all right. I figured that would be the answer, and I had already given you the full point.
Okay, all right, good. That was more that was for Coop, not for Nick.
That was remarkable.
All right. For Simple Jacks, what U.S. capital city is closest to the capital city Columbus?
Mhm.
This is hard.
This is way harder.
Yeah.
It,
We got 3 options in my mind. Or 3 states.
yeah.
Columbus is like south.
Yeah, I think it's.
Or it's like
I
the
think
middle.
it's. I'm
middle.
gonna say I think it's Tennessee.
No.
No,
it's-
no. It'd be Kentucky if
Oh, that's
anything.
put in.
I think
Oh,
it's
you're right.
I think it's Indy.
Okay.
I know, yeah. I mean, there's
It's either that or Kentucky. I-
It's like a 3.5, 4-hour drive from there.
Columbus.
Yeah.
All right, you make a call, Mars.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, go with your gut.
All right, Indianapolis final.
That is
I think it's
incorrect.
Lansing is the capital of Michigan, right?
I think it's West Virginia. What's the capital of West Virginia?
Charlestown.
Charleston. I think it's Lansing because Columbus is like smack dab in the middle of Ohio, and isn't Lansing kind of southern Michigan? Right above Ohio.
I don't know if that's the case.
Okay,
10 seconds.
go with Charleston then.
Yeah, I like West Virginia.
All right.
Okay,
Charlestown, West Virginia final.
Charleston is
But
correct.
Charlestown, I don't know if you want to count that. It's up to you.
Fuck.
I said Charleston. Final answer as the captain.
Well, I don't know. It's up to what Brian heard.
I
Charleston?
didn't hear Charlestown. I heard Charleston, so I'm
All right.
taking Charleston.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah, I can't believe that's the answer.
Because like,
My teammates just carrying me on geography per usual.
I guess Columbus is a little, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Columbus is southwest, and then
Yeah,
Charleston is
I was
north,
thinking it was a
or
little more.
southeast, and
Damn, that's close to Indy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more east than I thought it was.
Mm.
I knew
All right.
about Lansing, so that's why I thought Indy might be.
Yeah, I guess Lexington.
round 6 here.
Better guess.
Celebrity name puzzle.
That's what I
Or
thought.
Frankfurt, rather. Mm.
Lick my claws going first here. Identify the celebrity given the clues below.
All right.
I think it's
So it's
Lewis. Lewis Lou, is that a person? Loop, or is it like rope? Minus P, row.
Oh, no, not Lucy Liu. No.
Oh wait, it could
But
be.
yeah, why not? Yeah,
Yeah,
Lucy
yeah,
Lou
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Send it, Coop.
Yeah.
All right, Lucy Liu final.
Damn it.
Fuck yes.
That is correct.
Oh my
I don't know how many points we want to give Coop for saying it's not the right answer, but he did get there first. All right, for simple jacks here, identify the celebrity given the clues below.
Jakar.
Ja Morant.
What is it all the way to the right? Am I dumb?
I don't know what that game is.
Isn't it called Go?
What did that do with like basketball?
What kind of Toyota is that?
Camry?
Camry, Jakam, Jakar, Jakari, Richardson.
What if it's just Grizzlies or Memphis?
Oh, wait. You said that name's called Go. That could be logo.
Oh,
So minus the Go. Giancarlo.
Giancarlo?
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo? I don't know. What are the
for a whole name.
Giancarlo.
Need an answer.
Giancarlo. fine.
John Carlo is incorrect.
Well, I think it's Jaw. That's a Prius, I think, but I don't know what the. I like Low. Could be.
Yeah, it's low. It's gotta
Could
be.
be Rob Lowe somehow. I don't know any other Lows that are famous.
You have Prius low, Jacamry low, Jacor low.
Well, like J-Lo? No, that too.
That'd be
5
funny.
seconds.
Rob Lowe. Final answer.
Rob Lowe is unbelievably incorrect. It'd be Jack Harlow.
Ah,
Oh fuck.
They had all the
Oh,
sounds.
we had it. We just need to sound it out. Oh,
They just didn't get there.
we were just going with the
unfortunately.
first two.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
saying Ja instead of Ja.
I
Yeah,
wasn't making.
Giancarlo-
I wasn't making that
Giancarlo
connection.
with 50
Sure.
yeah, that one was a little tough.
Damn.
Oh,
All right, into our second round of niches here. For Look at My Quals, we've got last decade all-star relievers. This reliever was an all-star only once in his career when he led the league in saves for an NL East team. He spent most of his 12-year career on the same team, though he also had stints on the A's, Red Sox, and another NL East team.
I think I even know this one.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but I have a name in mind.
Yeah, this is Eurus Familia, who I think I've been asked about like 2 different times.
Oh yeah.
In very different contexts, so it doesn't really affect me knowing the answer or not.
That doesn't count.
But none of the guys on the Phillies were on the Phillies for that long. The only Brave All-Star during that decade was Craig Kimbrell, who this obviously isn't. Sorry, I gotta hang some shirts before they get wrinkled. The Marlins guys, none of them were that long tenured, and same with and then the only other Met is Edwin Diaz. So yeah, I'll go with Eurus Familia. Final answer.
That is correct. Mars, did you have it?
Nope. Also, right when I looked and saw only one All-Star, I was like, oh, never mind. This is definitely.
You think it was like Kimbrell or something?
I thought it was like Papelbon.
Okay.
Isn't that bad of a guess?
No, it's not. He was on the Phillies and the Red Sox and
Yeah.
Nationals.
All right. For Simple Jacks, Breaking Bad. Who is the owner of Golden Moth Chemical, the supplier of phenylacetic acid to Gus Fring? He is eventually killed on the orders of Lydia.
Oh, I don't know if I know his name. Rishav, he's the guy that Mike shot as a warning in the hand.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Oh, his name. He goes by Mr. Something, I think.
I've got a couple racist ones in the barrel, but I don't have a good guess.
Why?
Oh,
I mean,
it's
if
Mr.
we
Chow.
look at-
Yes, I think
Chow,
that
final.
was one of them, but yeah. Yeah.
Our final
There
is
you go.
correct.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Was that one of them, Rishav?
That was the third
I
one.
wish Bradley for every
I was-
Asian last name I could think of.
I was
I
gonna
was
say
gonna-
Kim, Chang, and Chow. Those were,
I thought it was Lee, Mr. Lee, for a little bit.
Right,
yeah.
guys, remember this is on YouTube.
The Jacks are real scrappy this year.
Through their questionable methods, they do get to the answer.
Also,
That brings them.
I feel like Eli right now. I'm just a total niche merchant. It's like 4 of my 5 points here. Just-
I don't think I've scored more than 4 points non-niche.
No, Nick, we had the Nick game that one game.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
have a
the
Nick.
Nick game.
About
That
Rishav,
was
about
all of
Rishav.
my otherwise points.
So, trusting the scoreboard, we've got 8-7, heading into round 8, which is boundary college football stadiums. Nobody can double. So, to lick my qualls we go. Question 1. What is the name of the easternmost football stadium in the current SEC?
Well, I know the school.
I think it has to be right. No, that's Utah Stadium, but they're similar names. Fuck. Do you agree it's South Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. Williams-Brice Stadium. Rice Eccles Field is Utah's name, and that's why I get them confused. But I think this is Williams-Brice Stadium. Final answer.
Williams-Brice is correct. It is, in fact,
I
South
would have.
Carolina.
Crazy.
I don't think Utah is geographically significant in the Big 12, so I think I was safe to say that. But we'll see. Maybe third time's
The
the charm.
psychotic pull.
I
Insane.
assumed it was like Asia Wilson Avenue or something. I don't know.
They have a football team? I thought they were just a women's basketball school.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Uh-oh.
2 simple jacks here. What is the name of the westernmost stadium in the current Big Ten?
Oh,
Well, that's really hard now.
Yeah.
it's
It's got to be Washington.
Washington, Oregon, and I have zero idea what the name of their stadium is.
I know the names. We got to figure out which one.
Oh,
I think
do we know which?
it's Washington because Washington's in Seattle. I don't think Oregon's
Washington is in Seattle. Yeah. So
Right.
like
Oregon isn't on the coast,
Oregon is in Eugene.
which is not on the coast.
I don't know.
I
Couldn't
don't
tell
think
you.
it is.
Uh,
I think because we know Washington is on the coast, we go that route.
Yeah. Okay. It's just
yeah.
Husky Stadium.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah.
All right. Husky Stadium final.
Husky Stadium is incorrect.
Oh.
What?
Well,
Okay,
thank you
so
for the steal.
Pulling up a map now.
could it be the Memorial Coliseum because I was thinking UCLA is farther west than USC, but they play at the Rose Bowl, which is all the way in Pasadena.
I mean, is it even? I mean, further west?
The Pasadena is further east than downtown LA. Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. I said west instead of east. UCLA is west of USC, but the football stadium is east because they play in
Yeah.
Pasadena. So,
5 seconds.
Eugene is in the middle of the state, so I will say the LA Memorial Coliseum.
Mm.
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Oh, it is Oregon.
Jeez.
It is
Oregon
Oregon.
is
It is
Really?
Autzen.
I just looked, it's barely west of Seattle.
Oh,
That's-
Seattle is shockingly inland.
Does the coast like go
Seattle-
in, like in Washington?
Yeah, it's a
Bay.
big sound.
It's a
big
Puget
bay,
Sound.
yeah.
Puget Sound.
It's very, very deep into the.
I'm fine with
the
our
land.
guess there. Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, no, it was a 50-50.
They were so.
I knew
confident.
Watson though. That sucks.
We should have guessed Oregon just because that stadium actually has a name unlike the other ones. Just like on a question equal basis.
All right, going into round 9 here, we've got hockey with Ovechkin history. Ooh,
Both
LMQ
teams still
double.
have their phone of friends.
There are phone a friends out there. Call your friends. See how they're doing.
Mm.
Maybe they'll answer a question for you. And to lick my claws we go. Of his 895 goals, Ovechkin scored 28 of them, the highest amount, against what goalie? First was in 2006, and the last just this year. Ovi has also netted 13 against him in the playoffs over their careers.
So Noah vetted these questions with us yesterday because he was going to use them in his game, but it turns out he had 2 sports other categories, so we had to take him out. So this is Marc-Andre Fleury.
Wait.
Whoa.
This game?
no.
No, not this game. In his game, independently of this, he had the same question and then he took it out.
Under
To be
pressure.
fair, I knew it anyway. So don't worry.
All right.
Marc-Andre Fleury, final answer.
Marc-Andre Fleury is
Andre
the
Fleury is
How-
correct.
Damn it.
Well,
I actually knew that one.
Mars, while I did know this one, the one I suspect will be yours, I did not know. So that might be unfortunate for you.
That's not good because, yeah, I knew that one. I know you know more hockey than I do. So here we go.
All right. For Simple Jacks. What center has assisted on the largest number of Ovechkin's goals with 279? The Swede has played his entire career alongside Ovechkin on the Capitals.
Okay, I knew this one too. I was lying. It both was his question and I knew it. So same thing as the last one.
Should we phone a friend for this one?
Yeah,
I
do you
think
want to call what's his
call
name?
Colin.
Yeah, we could call Tali.
Yeah.
My guy's been.
Yeah,
for-
no, I can't even think right now.
why
It'll
don't
give me more
Mars
time to
call him?
think.
Mars, I actually think only you have his phone number. I never saved it.
Huh.
Isn't he your friend, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he works with
Hey,
me.
can I give Nick the phone number? Because he's actually, well, does he even have your phone number?
He
but,
probably
I just wanna
does.
make
Nick
sure
is
he'll
such an
answer.
asshole.
Shit, I never saved this number.
Oh,
Can I just search through my text? You guys can watch me do it.
Are we really about to botch a phone a friend? Like the actual act of even calling them?
I'll
Yeah, I don't-
I'll
I
let
don't-
this play out because I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah,
So
wait. Oh, here we go. Wait.
If
I can
we
find
can't, I can
I have it
call
on my,
Mike.
I have it on my Slack.
Take it.
they are officially phoning a friend. I'll give them
Get
Yeah.
on Slack.
20 seconds to figure this out.
Does
Nick,
it-
you definitely sent me his number. I don't know
No,
why.
remember I said it out loud and then someone was like, now his phone number is on the internet.
Oh, yeah. You never actually gave it to me, so I'll actually see.
Okay.
I can scroll. I'm going to try to scroll back to when we
Uh,
talked about it.
All right.
Need you to
I'm going to
call
give you
somebody.
I'm
10
showing you
more
my phone
seconds
so
to
you can see
call.
that I'm looking it up.
I don't agree with the timer. That's
Okay. All right.
okay, I have his phone number.
You got it? Okay.
Thanks for running.
Now I will try to think of who this could even be. But Matt knows it, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay, I'm calling.
Largest number of Ovechkin goals. Sweetest players type role. I feel like I should definitely know this one. It's bad. Who lifted the cup? One of
Has
the
been forwarded to voicemail.
fuck.
15 seconds.
Trying to think who we would have. Oh, God. I'm gonna be so mad when I see this answer.
Can you come up with a name?
5 seconds.
Can't even come up with a name.
Need an answer.
Nothing.
Wayne
Right
Gretzky.
to LMQ.
Nicholas Backstrom, final answer.
That sounds like a name you
Nicholas
should have known
Backstrom
from Mars.
I don't know how the fuck
know.
that name
Is
came up.
correct.
I couldn't even.
I don't know.
I
I'm
should have
just-
known that 100%.
To be fair, he also asked about the defenseman, which I also knew. Like the defenseman that had the most assists in his goals, which was John
Was it
Carlson.
Carlson?
Oh, I knew that one.
Mhm.
That's what I was that's what I was kind of hoping for, something like that. Like I knew that. I didn't know the back.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
gave
know.
no context in the Fleury one, and my answer to his question was literally, "If this isn't Fleury, it's unfair." And he went,
Exactly. I agree because this feels like he played long enough that he would have played against that many times.
All right. Game is out of hand at this point, but we play it for the love of it, not for the points. So round 10, behind the bar. This is about alcohol. This is the second time in a row I've put alcohol as my last category. I don't know what that says about me.
"The attempts
But-
to sideline me will not go unnoticed."
First question to lick my qualls. This sweet hazelnut and herb flavored liqueur is caramel colored and produced in Italy. It has a very distinctive bottle shape, likened to a friar wearing a habit.
I
Cooper,
often think that things look like a friar wearing a habit.
we've been to Italy.
All I know is limoncello, and
I
that's
was gonna say, isn't Campari a thing? That's the only Italian like beverage I know, but that might not even be a thing, and I might be stupid.
If it isn't a light beer, then I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I like that guess. I say you pulled the trigger on
I
that.
think Campari is a thing.
Sounds very Italian.
All right, Campari, final answer.
I think
Campari is incorrect
I think this is
to Simple
amaretto.
Jacks.
What did you say, Nick?
Amaretto sounds good, yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Should we just go for it?
Yeah.
Amaretto is final.
Amaretto, also incorrect. Amaretto is an
Yellow.
almond liqueur. This is Frangelico.
I'm pleased to
Delicious.
announce that Campari is a real thing, so I don't look that stupid.
Matt, their question is going to be Campari.
Well, I didn't say what it was. I just said it's a thing. Also, Raisel Iglesias has blown tie game in the ninth inning for the Braves. So
All right, to Simple Jacks for the last question of the night. This black raspberry liqueur is made in France's Loire Valley and is similar to liqueurs from the region dating back to the 1600s. The famous iteration now is well known for its mostly spherical bottle.
I have no clue.
Nope.
You just go amaretto again.
Well, no, that's is it Aperol? I mean, that's not spherical at all, but I think it's French. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, go with it.
Let's say black raspberry though, but I have no other guess. So
And that's like orange.
and just go with it. Whatever.
Is it vermouth?
Or what is it?
Vermouth?
Try it.
Oh, maybe.
Definitely not, but
Definitely not, but it might be a better guess. So
trying to think of anything French. Although I don't even know. Is it Cointreau? Contraeo? I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's the orange liqueur. No, that's
Oh.
orange.
Go.
Gonna need an answer.
Nick.
I don't know any of them.
April final.
Aperol is what I'm taking. It is incorrect to lick my qualls.
I mean, vermouth sounded good to me.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know these potions, man. I say we just go.
I have no idea. Qualls, I want to share with you though that Bryce Harper has 13 plate appearances against Iglesias in his career, and he's batting .650 with a 2,000 OPS.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Go with whatever you want. I obviously have no idea.
5 seconds.
Let's run out the clock. At the buzzer, vermouth final.
Vermouth, incorrect. This would be Chambord
I'm sure it maybe
Off
is.
medicine.
or
That's
Chambord, however the French say things.
All right. Good game.
So
Matt.
that is the end of our game tonight. My Qualls gets the win 11-7 behind, I think, 7.5 points from Matt.
Jeez.
Brick the double.
Next week, Lick My Qualls up against Sandusky's, who is 2-8, looking for wins, and Simple Jacks faces Macabros.